Hi there. We're a group of theology students who have come together to produce a resource that can be used right away in your church for teens. In this set, there's going to be 4 videos, and each video is going to look at one different aspect of answering the question, why do we go to church? Now, we believe the church is the body of Christ, and the word church in the New Testament is translated from the Greek word ecclesia. Now, ek means out, and kaleo is the second part of the word, which means to call. So if you put them together, that means to call out of.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I think about church, the first thing that comes to mind isn't the called out ones. If you Google church, you'll just come up with a bunch of buildings. Ask the public, they think of big buildings. So for us to look at why do we go to church, I think it's important first for us to define what church means. In secular Greek thinking, the word ecclesia simply means an assembly. It's about the people, not anything else.
So why is it that if the Greek word ecclesia means assembly, why do we think buildings? Why do we think steeples? Why do we think big buildings with crosses on it? It's because during the Roman time, when Emperor Constantine legislated Christianity, they built buildings that allowed Christians to come and worship together. That's why now we associate church with buildings.
We are posing the question, why do we go to church? If the church isn't a building, rather than an assembly, does the question even make sense? We think it does. The idea of going to church is meeting with a fellowship of people. So as we go through this video, when we say we are going to church, we want you to remember that we are going to have an assembly with other people.
As we explore this topic, we're going to start with service, and we're going to look at how serving the community in a way that has never been done before.
After that, we'll be looking at the Great Commission and how that ties into the purpose of the church.
And then we'll be looking at the purpose of why we gather together and the need for us to gather together.
And lastly, we'll look at the church being a house of prayer.
We look forward to taking this journey with you over the next few videos. We've actually prepared a series of resources as well to tie into each one. So if you want to dive in a little deeper about what it means to be the church, then feel free to do that. We're super excited to be going on this journey, so let's dive into it. Let's learn about what it means to be the ecclesia.